Hi guys, how are you? All right, quick news on what is going to be happening and how we're preparing for this next week. So this week that is coming up is final exams. It's the last week of our training cycle, and after that we'll have our final graduation ceremony, and then the school is officially closed for 2 weeks for the Christmas and New Year's holidays. Now that doesn't mean you can't get a hold of me or call me or something like that. Even on vacation, I usually check in about an hour a day, every day, usually about mid-morning, so that way I can catch up with as many messages as possible and hopefully take care of anything. But mostly the goal is to try to get as much done this week as possible. Then everybody takes a break and we come back in the new year jazzed up, refreshed, and energized. So there's going to be a couple things. I will be sending this out to you with an email, and with it we'll make sure that the Sign Up Genius link is on there again to make sure that if you haven't signed up for your testing slot that you've done that. To the PayPal links, because at this point you should have your testing fee already taken care of. Please do that via PayPal if at all possible. Otherwise, please bring in exact change or a check so we can very quickly register you at the desk and move on, because Mr. VP and I are going to be running like this during testing. So we won't have time to do a lot of stuff at the counter or in the office. If there's anything you need to do that requires office work, call me in advance, preferably in the morning, and we'll schedule a time to meet in the office. And that either has to be before testing even begins, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, or it's going to have to be in the evening when only one of us has to be on camera. And that's so everybody can get taken care of. All of their needs are addressed. Okay. Testing is going to be either on site or on camera. You cannot, let me back that up. Mr. Von Pohl and I will not be dividing our attention between both avenues. So you either sign up for on-site testing, and if you've been training on-site, that should be the way you test, or virtual testing. Now, either way, when you show up here or here, you need to be in your white ATA uniform, the whole thing. Don't think the camera cuts off here. I can see that. I can see those flip-flops. Okay, complete white uniform. And what we'll be doing is testing, scoring, and we should be able to give you results that night unless there is a problem with your performance, in which case we might have to confer a little bit, possibly call you back and say, hey, you're going to be okay, or no, you're going to have to test again. So especially for high ranks, brown belts and up, I strongly recommend you register for 2 testings, the primary, which should be either Monday or Tuesday. Please pick one of the days that you normally come in for classes anyway. If you are a Wednesday, Thursday student, pick a Monday, Tuesday testing time, please, unless it has a complete time conflict with something else. That way, the earlier in the week we can get you guys taken care of, the better. And that leaves room for do-overs if necessary. If you put it off to Wednesday, and even if you put it off to Thursday night, there will be no chance for do-overs. You're out of time, okay? So plan a little bit ahead, have a little bit of strategy. So go to Sign Up Genius. I'm going to send you the link again. Sign up for your testing slot. Make sure you pay attention to whether or not you're doing virtual or if you're doing on-site, please. A couple of the time slots are already booked solid, so you've lost a couple of options already. And then make sure you show up properly attired. I don't care if you're here, you will be in uniform. Whites, not blacks, not workouts, not sweats, whites. This is a testing. Treat it formally because it is a formal event. It's an official ATA event. Okay. For those of you that have to spar, just to let you know, if you're sparring virtually, if you have a heavy bag, you're going to spend 1 round, 1 minute, nonstop, heavy duty, full power, full speed sparring. You're being scored on multiple things, including power, speed, stamina, all of it. And if you don't have a heavy bag, you're going to have a partner who's going to be moving with you on camera, that parent, brother, sister, other family member. It has to be an appropriate workout showing speed, power, technique, all of it. Board breaking, if you have to do it here, then make sure you have a rebreakable board. If you don't have a rebreakable board, then we're going to have to get something appropriate for you to use that gives you the appropriate challenge. Remember, your testing, their testing, your testing should not be easier on camera than theirs, but I'm also not going to make yours more stringent than I'll make theirs. So it's equitable, okay? All right, so those are the guidelines and requirements. Once again, I'll send out the PayPal links. Remember that there is a family member discount. So if you have 3 or more family members testing, you pay for the first 2, the most expensive ones first, black belt, and then the additional ones are only $25 a piece. So if you need a special PayPal link, let me know. If you are coming in, you do need to pay for your testing before you test. This is not I pay if I pass. No, you pay to test, okay? And then it's up to you to pass. You'll get more than one opportunity. If you're on site, ATA rules are 2 chances. If you're virtual, ATA has recommended that we give you as many chances as you need, but there is a time limit. If you don't complete it within a certain amount of time, then you're out of time. So that addresses the requirements and the standards for testing. And I'll make sure you get all that information with this email, with this video. The next thing is that Friday night, or I'm sorry, let me back that up one more. For colored belts, let's say you come in tomorrow, you test, you pass, you'll get your belt ceremony and graduation tomorrow with your family, okay? So please invite family to come to your testing. You're not going to be able to invite extended family and a lot of guests. If you want to do that, have your family videotape it and Zoom it to their own family members. The camera will not be on during on-site testing. It is a distraction and it takes room off the floor that we can use. Virtual testing, the camera will be on. So immediate family can come in for testing to be there, get photos, boom, boom, we're good, we're gone. Friday night is going to be a special ceremony for black belts only. It'll be December 18th, starting at 6:30 p.m. Family and students need to be here by 6:15, no later, because we have to start getting everything ready. Black belts, remember, you need to bring your own votive candle. If you don't know what that is, your parents do, and if not, Google it. Golly gee, look it up. Okay, it's a small candle, but bring your own candle. You are in your best white uniform. Most of you black belts are either legacy or competitors. You've got the beautiful uniforms with all the lettering on the back and the whole 9 yards. Fantastic. Wear that. And you don't need to bring anything with you except Mr. Saha. You need to bring your essay that you will be reading. Everyone else, you don't need to bring any equipment whatsoever because you have completed your testing. You're not going to be doing demonstrations of sparring or weapons. It's a ceremony. Okay. And once again, immediate family, but this ceremony, I will Zoom to family and friends and grandparents and everything else. So you know what the meeting ID is, give it to them so that way they can Zoom in, okay, and sort of watch the ceremony. You will not be able to talk to us during that ceremony. It's going to be pretty much us presenting to you, and there you go. All right, so that takes care of graduation, testing, and everything else. If there's any materials or supplies that you need for January, I might take the orders. I probably will take most of the orders, but what I'll probably do is put out an order form the week before we get back and take your orders and payments at that time, like swords for the leadership students. And then what we can do is we can go ahead and have those here waiting for you the week we get back from the holidays. Otherwise, we'll just go ahead and take care of you the first week we get back, especially if anything you need to get requires fitting and measuring and stuff. So it'd be best if we did that one-on-one. Hopefully that answers all of the questions you have about final exams, how to register for your slot, how to pay for your testing, what to expect. This whole last week with mock testing was teaching you the protocol about what you're going to be asked to come up and demonstrate and how to perform, and maybe what questions you might need to answer, because we might quiz you verbally on your life skills like honesty and everything. We'll have the belt ceremony and photos, and then Friday night is something completely special. What are we doing for the virtual students? Virtual students, once the black belt ceremony is over, and it should be done in an hour from 6:30 to 7:30, from 7:30 until about 8, maybe 8:30 at the absolute latest. Our doors will still remain open so you can drive in and pick up your belts, your awards, and everything else from this cycle, okay? If you want to come in before, text me and let me know, hey, I'll come by at 3 o'clock when you open the doors and pick that stuff up. You're welcome to do that. Just let me know and I'll make sure I have everything at the front counter for you. It's not a problem. All right, what's going to be happening for Krav Maga? You're still going to have your classes Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. And then Qigong students, you're going to have your classes 10 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. And remember, this week, Thursday's class got bumped to Friday because I have a morning training session with ATA headquarters Thursday morning, and I need the camera and the space and everything for that. So that's what's going to be going on for that. And then once the school closes for the Christmas holidays, everybody's on vacation. Now, just let you know, Qigong people, if we can get together for a brunch or a get together, traditionally we've always had our Mahjong high tea celebration and everything else. If there's some way we can figure that out, that would be awesome. I mean, we could do it here. You know, it's not quite as nice as Barb's house or Mrs. Schutz's house, but we might have a larger crew. And Raylan has been dying to have us play Harry Potter trivia. I could get talked into that. All right, so that's all the news that's fit to print. We look forward to seeing you guys here for testing, for graduation. We have a bunch of new students that are going to get this message. So they're going to find out what you guys are doing. We're going to be welcoming probably about almost a dozen new students for the new year into the white through yellow belt classes. So I would like you guys to be prepared to meet them and be their buddy and help them out on the floor so that they're comfortable and happy. All right, you guys have a wonderful Sunday. I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye.